I'm heading down into the Farmington River Valley here in Sandusfield, Mass, to the little village of New Boston. Now the Farmington River Valley is going to extend from Connecticut up into Massachusetts' Berkshire region. And paralleling the Farmington River will be Route 8, Massachusetts and Connecticut Route 8. And it's intersected by the road I'm on right now, Route 57, which you can see is going down quite a hill. I'd like to downshift on this. Farmington Valley, home of the Farmington River, of course, is a great area for fishing for trout within the season. There's a few places where the trout can hold over, but in a lot of the areas it's put and take fishing. And here's New Boston right here. Little valley. On the other side of the river you can see the New Boston Inn. Not that granite facade, but the one in the back there. This is the New Boston Inn. It's been an inn for a long, long time. It's actually a nice place to go in and have dinner. They have a little pub in the back. It's on a beautiful piece of property. And this inn's been here since the 1750s. Now, inns like this, for years and years, would, as you probably know, attract customers back in the 19th and early 20th centuries by saying George Washington slept here. Well, that works. Back in those days, lots of people wanted to sleep in the George Washington bedroom. There are literally hundreds of old inns that claim Washington slept in them. They actually say that he couldn't possibly have slept in all the inns that he is said to have slept in, although he and Martha did tour all 13 of the brand new states during his presidency. Anyways, this inn was not slept in by George Washington, but it does have its own unique story. This inn is in fact haunted. To the right of the center window, those two windows above, are windows into a room that is supposedly haunted by a restless spirit. And that was another way they got customers to come to inns. In the spiritualist movement of the 1850s, 60s, 70s, seance movement, communing with the spirits was something that was done by one and all. Some of the great members of society, movers and shakers like Abe Lincoln, were spiritualists. Beyond that, though, this has got another piece of history that brings people to it even today. Because the New Boston Inn here in lovely Sandusfield, Massachusetts, the village of New Boston on the Farmington River, also claims to have been a stop on the Underground Railroad. And I got to tell you, whatever escaping slave stopped here was clearly lost. And they were heading north, yeah, toward Canada, but in a very circuitous way. And Hank's in the water already, working his way out. Boston, Massachusetts. Everybody's heard of Boston. Well, this is about 90 miles west, right along the Connecticut border, just above Roosterville, if you're familiar. This is the Farmington River in the village of New Boston, which is part of Sandusfield. There were a few mills on the Farmington up this far north. You can see the foundation of this one here. I'm standing on it actually. And you can see another marker showing us where the dam used to be. If you take a look at this rock right there, the piece of iron bar sticking right up out of it. But this was, I remember when there was more of this dam, but the floods over the years have worn it away. We're going to fish a lot of areas like this with fishing historic places. I mean, it's not all going to be rivers, obviously. We're going to hit the salt. We're going to hit the the bass pond. Go back with the Euro rig. I'm going to switch out this really heavy head I've got on. Put on something a little more dainty. Your wading stick came in handy.
Yeah, it did. One thing about the upstream cast, you get good depth.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing that you got to do is get a good upstream cast and then fish it all the way because it'll be deeper on the bottom than if you did it sideways.
That's what the good line bending does for you. It doesn't, you're not pulling that dip off the bottom to just by you.
Looks like a nice rainbow. Oh, he got himself caught up. Get him over here. Get him into the net. Here he comes. Right on the bottom. Yes! Hank! About the size of yours. He's a nice rainbow there. Responding to one of my homemade little ditties, the barbless Standman version of the pink indigestion. You see it popped right out of his mouth. And there he goes, back in the water. Now the question is, can I hook my net back up? You can see what I did. I put on this really ugly attractor fly. This thing's ugly. And then I put on one of them little glow bugs. We'll see if there's any more out there. I moved down a little bit, and there's a bunch of them here. That was me being a dummy. I should have known that. Should have been ready. I was not ready. He caught me napping. There he is. He didn't catch me napping. He's right in the same spot the other one was. Look at him. Weasel. There he goes. Yeah, now he knows he's hooked. He was in the same spot. It's probably the same fish. That weasel. Thought he was going to get the Standman twice. Well, he didn't. He didn't. See? I nabbed him on that second drift. Oh, he's right here. Look at him. Now, this is New Boston. We're on the site of a former mill. You can see the foundation on the other side of the river, I think. And this is now just a beautiful trout stream, especially in the springtime when you've got some flow. Although there's a nice run of browns that come up out of the Colebrook River, also called Colebrook River Lake, on the border of Connecticut and Massachusetts. Here he is, nice rainbow, and we're going to get him over here into the net. And notice I'm not chasing him. You don't have to chase him like a fool. Just lift your rod and the fish will come to you. Don't put too much pressure on him though. Don't put too much pressure on him. You don't want to break him off. Just enough. Get him to come to you. Lift up that rod. Yeah, see? Oh, this guy's crazy. He's over here. He's behind me. He has a lot of flight left in him. He's coming around from the north. Ah, there he is. He's coming. Here he comes. Ah, here he comes. No. Maybe I should run after him. I see these guys on television. Run after him. YouTube. Let's chase him. No. Just lift his head. Oh, and don't go jerking the net around. That's another no-no. Just lead him into the net. Oh, he knows it's a net, too. He's probably been netted before. Oh, let him go. There he comes. Oh, turns away from that rock standing next to it. Just keep the pressure steady. And, no. There we go. That's like a be careful video right there. Look at that. A pink right in the snout. And that barbless hook will just pop right out of there. Gonna do a no-no now. Gonna lip a trout. Not supposed to do that. They have teeth. Never lip a trout. Get going, boy. There he goes. Now we'll see if we can get another one. So you can see what I got on. I got the pink. You see me always using the pink as my dropper. And then I got that crazy little fly right there. I don't even know what that is. And another one. And another one. This is just stupid. Oh, he's way over there now. I'm gonna reel him this way. Maybe I've caught this guy before. He's just coming right at me. Oh, he was. Too bad that guy that was here just left. There was a guy that was here spin fishing. I gave him a couple of pinks. He saw me catch a few fish. All right. I'm using my pinky as a brake here. If he puts pressure on it, I just let go of the pinky. Well, he wants to turn in there. I got his head coming back this way. All right, lifting the pole tip. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Into the net. Into the net. There we go. And again, he hit the pink. You can see the pink is right in the snout. Another nice chunky rainbow. Let's see what Hank's doing down here. Under the bridge, he's bringing it through that current rip. He's in a good spot now. He's got to get that nymph down deep. And maybe he can make it happen. Hank's got one on. It's on film. camera, come up and get a picture. Ho ho ho!
First hog of the season.
Nicely done. On the Euronymph setup, right when it got into the deep water, right?
Right before the dam, actually.
Wow. Show us it like they do in the shows.
Look at that fat fish.
He's a fat little guy, certainly.
The stalker, you can tell by his rubbed down fins and tail.
Yeah.
But he's still pretty. And he put up a real nice fight. Let's let him swim here.
Here he goes. All right.
Swim right back up.
He doesn't care.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah. What a nice rainbow. I want to beach him. I want to net him. So this rainbow, fallen victim to the pink, marvelous hook on it, pops right out. Pink indigestion. You can see. I'll wet my hands here. Look at that, a nice rainbow. And we're going to put them right back. Going to make the decision to put my net back on. Good luck to do that. Take the pink. You'll notice our double hookup. Look at that.